Hi guys, my name's Seb Tudor, I'm the man on the Silver Mountain, and welcome back. Now, today I thought we'd do some more dating stuff because it's whichever day this video is actually going up, haha. And what I wanted to talk about today is the beginning, because there is one thing that we need to touch on that we've not touched on so far in regards to dating and relationship and love and whatever else that is incredibly important for any of those things to happen. And that is you. Because everything starts with you. If you're not attractive, then you're not going to find anyone. Or if you do find someone, then they may not be interested in you. And to be fair, they're entirely entitled to their own opinions and views, and I'm not suggesting that this is any kind of way to instantly win people over or anything like that. What I am saying is that there are a few things that both men and women need to do or can do to make themselves more attractive to other people. And I'm talking in a very general sense. And now I used to be a overweight, shy, kind of probably quite passive aggressive and abrasive individual. And whilst I'm probably still just as abrasive, I've taken various steps to become more confident and more approachable, as friendly as I possibly can be, and so on and so forth, and blah blah blah. And it's made a huge difference to me, especially in regards to relationships. Not just the relationships that turned into romantic involvement later down the line, or my current relationship now, but relationships as a whole, with people. And so I wanted to go through a list of these things that work for both men and women, and we'll touch in on various aspects of life here. And there's one quote that always comes to mind when I come and start talking about this stuff, and it's I can't remember who said it. It may have been Tony Robbins. It may have been a quote that he stole from somewhere else. I'm not entirely sure. But ultimately, if you want to be attractive, then you need to live an attractive life. And that, to me, kind of encapsulates everything that we're about to talk about. Because by showing off your attractive life, or you're living the life that you want to live, then you're more likely to find someone else that wants to live that life with you. And that's the important thing. That's what we all want, right? Someone that's what we also find attractive, and that's what we're looking for. That one person that kind of meshes with the way we want to live in such a way that it becomes really worthwhile. And if they don't want to live the same thing that you do, it's not going to be worthwhile. They're not going to have fun. You're not going to have fun. It's all going to break down. So let's get into this. I've got a list. I haven't numbered them. I probably should have done, but fuck it. The first one that gets under my skin a lot at times is you've got to when it comes to the things that people can do that are more negative. You need to admit when you're wrong, because the number of people that I come across that I've helped in various ways, or I've just been able to observe, who don't admit when they're wrong and they try and pass it off as a nothingness. This is both men and women in conversation, when they're dating, when whatever else. It's an exhausting thing, for someone to try and keep up with you when you're not willing to admit when you're wrong, when they may have proof. It's a really simple thing that you can do, and it rolls into the responsibility thing that we've talked about before. And it's very simple. If you're wrong, admit it. It shows that that they're able to trust you. It demonstrates that you're not too big for your boots. It demonstrates that you're not just looking to be clever and in control. It shows that you are clever and in control, because you're in control of yourself to go, oh, okay, fair enough, I was wrong, without getting upset. And it demonstrates that you're clever enough to realise that you don't know everything. And that's an important thing. Trying to be perfect isn't what any other human being wants you to be. They want you to be you, and they want you to be what they want. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy for you just to do that. You know? You just have to realise that you're not the centre of the universe. The next one, and now this is one that's fairly obvious, and that is just presentation, hygiene. Yeah? Hygiene isn't hard to do. Have a shower, clean your clothes, you know. But the thing that stands out isn't just that. You'll have people who are perfectly hygienic, but they may not be the best presented. And there's that little gap between the two. Yeah? Like, you can still be presentable in a graphic tee and some combat trousers and a jacket or a hoodie. You know, you can still be presentable in those things, but obviously if you've got stains running down your shirt, and if they don't fit particularly well, and if you're you know, if you don't look particularly good, like if you look worn out and tired all the time because you stayed up last night drinking Red Bull and playing playing computer games for 20 something hours straight, you know, then there's a good chance that, yeah, you're going to look maybe slightly unhealthy, and they might not like that. Realize that all of this goes back to the lizard parts of our brain that are looking for specific indicators to kind of trigger in us a desire for a partner. And one of those is health. And if you're not a healthy partner, then they're not going to have healthy offspring with you, and that part of the brain goes, nope, don't want it. In which case, just, you know, keeping yourself clean is not only just helpful in this situation, but it's good for you generally. And then also, just making sure that you're presentable. You can look presentable in nearly anything. All you need to do is make sure that, again, it's clean and that it looks good on you. And that shouldn't be too hard a thing to find out. But anyway, we'll move on. And like the next thing I would have to say is be positive. Because if you're not positive, if you don't know what you want, you know, then you're not going to make a positive impression on other people. You know, talk about what you want. If it's your turn to talk, obviously, but talk about what you want. Be positive about the things in your life that you're working towards. You know, try and show that you've got at least a little bit of a plan. You know, I realise that for people in university who are on the younger side, that might be a more difficult thing, because your life is up in the air and you don't know what's going to happen next. You know, you're going to finish uni and then you hope that this happens and you've got this idea for this and you're not sure and it's all uncertainty and fear. But be positive about it. You're doing your degree. You're going to have that. What do you want to do with it? Talk about what you want to do with it. Be positive about it, you know. Where do you want to take your career and your life's work afterwards? What adventures do you want to go on? What adventures do you want to take this person on with you into the future? You know, have a think about that. But then the next thing is, I would say, be nice. And I'm not talking about nice that we've talked about before, because that's creepy. I'm talking about actually nice, as in approachable, and tell other people how like interesting and attractive they are in the things that they're talking about. You know, take a genuine interest, and if someone is looking great that evening, tell them that they look great that evening. If something that they've said has made you think, or if something that they've said has made a real impact on you, or it just sounds really interesting and fascinating, you know, you'd love to hear more about that story, tell them that. Yeah? It's a really simple thing. But then also, people will judge you in the way that you treat other people. Yeah? If you start being absolutely lovely to the person that you're there with, but then you shit on the waiter, then that's going to demonstrate that it's all just a show. If the topic of exes comes up, you know, then even if it ended on, you know, like even if in a past relationship that you're going to reference it ended poorly, try and be nice about it. It might be hard, but if it's that hard, you know, do what your mother told you, and if you can't say anything nice, don't say it at all. It's pretty simple. Just be nice. Manners, civility, being pleasant doesn't cost you anything. It's not hard to do. So just do it. It'll make a better impact on the other people around you. Now this next one is a little bit dangerous, kinda, maybe, sorta. But what I would say is be daring. Push the envelope just a little bit. I'm obviously not talking about anything that would potentially be illegal or actually dangerous, but in your humour, see where you can go with it. In the things that you say, in maybe being straightforward or blunt or whatever else. Be a little more daring, be a little more straightforward, and just lay your cards down on the table a little bit. Because obviously, if you overstep, if you go a little bit too far, you can always apologise. There is always saying sorry, and as long as it's a sincere apology, then potentially you'll be able to make up whatever damage you caused. Yeah. But you need to be able to demonstrate that you can have fun with yourself, that you need to be able to demonstrate to someone that you're with that you can step outside your little bubble just enough to try and step into theirs. Yeah? And not in an aggressive, a confrontational way, but just in a kind of, you want to be part of theirs and you would like them to be part of yours as well. But if you're both in your little comfort bubbles, someone needs to make a door, and it may as well be you first. And if you're both doing it at the same time, as all of these points apply to both men and women, then great. That means you both open your doors at the same time, and you can step into each other's space, and you can hopefully gain a better understanding of each other through it. It's a great thing to do. But then again, the last couple of things that I would say are about humility. Yeah, be humble. No one likes someone who will brag about everything. But obviously you've got things that are great about you. You're awesome. Celebrate those things. Yeah? But also, you can't just make that celebration just about you. Everyone has something awesome about them. Sometimes it's harder to see than it can be. But everyone's got at least one thing that's awesome about them. So, show yours off, but don't show it off excessively. Comment on it and then move on. Comment on it and then ask them what's awesome about them. You need to be assertive and know what you can celebrate about yourself, but you don't need to brag, because no one likes bragging. No one likes the throwing out of all of these things to celebrate about themselves and then nothing else. It's not fun for anybody. But I don't know how many points there were there. I could probably count them up in post, and so I might stick that in the title of the video. But those are the things that everybody can benefit from hearing. One of the reasons I'm not too fussed about numbering these and going through and all the rest of it, and why maybe this has been a bit more informal, is because regardless of who you are, whether you're doing all of these things already or whether you're not doing them at all, and it's something that you want to do because this might be worthwhile in getting into a relationship, be you male or female, as said, these are things that everyone can use hearing. Either in hearing it, you're going, I already do that. Awesome. That sounds really good. That means that I'm on the right track. That means that I'm at least doing my part in being as open and attractive as I can be as a baseline. Yeah? And if you're not doing any of these at all, or if you're only doing some, then hopefully this fills in some other gaps that might help you along and might open you up as well. These things make you more attractive by opening you up and allowing you to take in more of the world and more people and interact with them in a better way. It's not a love potion or anything like that. It won't give you necessarily an instant result. It may not change the way that people who have known you for a long time that you may be attracted to already view you, but it will help kind of just open you up to those other possibilities. Yeah, just doing these few small things can make the world of difference further down the line. But anyway, I hope this is useful to you. Honestly, this is stuff that I wish I had been told when I was younger, because it's stuff that isn't always apparent. Yeah? Like trying to make a good impression on someone else who you're maybe nervous around, you know, the humility might go out the corner because or out the window because you're stuck in a corner and you're afraid of what's happening, and your means by which of getting out of that corner are just throwing out everything that you think may very well make you absolutely amazing, that this other person should love, and it only ever turns them off because all you're doing is bragging, all you're doing is throwing these things at them, you're not taking interest, you're not listening to them, you're not finding out about each other. It's just this, look at how amazing I am, please love me, and it doesn't work. But anyway, I hope you guys found this interesting. I'm losing my voice, so I'm going to go get a drink, and I will see you guys in the video tomorrow. Take care. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you found this at all useful or interesting, then please drop me a like and subscribe for more, and I will see you in the video tomorrow. Take care.